As a guy who's a fan of three teams, the Wizards, the Timberwolves, and the Magic, I follow guys who have played for my franchise and where they go where else. And Andrew Wiggins, as you guys have been following my channel for the last few years, is somebody I've talked about extensively because he's been tied with my basketball fandom. He came into my life about year 6 or 7 into my fandom and was drafted number 1 overall by the Cavs, but then was traded for Kevin Love. And then he was traded to the Golden State Warriors. This year, he's averaging 19 points a game. And he was an all-star for the first time last year and potentially could be an all-star again this year because the guy's shooting 45% from three, 51% from the field. Oh my God. 5 rebounds a night. That's a career high. 2.2 assists, 1.4 steals, career high. 0.8 blocks, which, yes, not a career high, but God damn. Andrew Wiggins, Maple Jordan, the man himself, Mr. Fantastic, two-way Wiggs, the prospect, whatever you want to call him. I want to hear your thoughts down below. We're on the way to 10,000. Hit that like and subscribe button. But I know some people will be like, well, his defensive rating this year is 112, so he's not a plus defender like he was last year. Hey, his offensive rating is unreal this year. He's like an incredibly efficient player, and his true shooting right now is 62%. 62%. That's like what you see from bigs and stuff. And it's incredible to see what they've been able to do. And Andrew Wiggins the other night went 8 of 10 when the Warriors beat the Rockets. And Andrew Wiggins needs to be credited for the shooting development that he has. Because on the season, he's, I believe, 67 of 149. Let's make sure that those numbers are correct because I don't want to be wrong about it. Yeah, 67 of 149 from three. That's 45%. He's never shot 40% from three for a season. The highest he's ever been in his career in a season has been 39 last year and then 38 before that. So the last few seasons, he's been just incrementally getting better. And here's a quote: I want to be above it. That's what I aim for. I feel like once you get past 40, people look at you different, said Wiggins. He's going after it. And Steve Kerr had a great quote. Andrew was great. Didn't feel like I'd done a very good job in the last 2 or 3 games of getting involved. Some things he can be left out a little bit offensively when they're really kind of flying up the court and taking quick shots. He's just such a good player and attacker. Tonight, we made a little more concerted effort to try to get him the ball early, but more than anything, he was just super aggressive. End quote, said Kerr. And I thought that was great because Andrew Wiggins is becoming the guy that we hoped he would. And it's just awesome seeing his two-way ability and just the defense is unlocking the offense. And man, he's a two-way monster at every, like, I just think it's just so much fun to see the player he's grown into from the guy he used to be to the guy he's become. And I think that's one of the better stories this year in the NBA. And I think it's awesome. Okay. I think it's something awesome. Shout out Anthony Slater for this information because I think this is just something that Andrew Wiggins is one of the guys that has to come through for the team to successfully, I believe, switch eras, as people have been referring it to, the passing of the torch. And I think he's a key piece. Everyone talks about James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, and Moses Moody and all those guys. But Andrew Wiggins is the forefront. He's the young guy. He's 27. He's the one that they need to figure out the most on how they're going to get him to look the best. And I think that's just something that people need to make sure that they're realizing, that he's the guy that is the most important to figure out how to get him to coexist seamlessly with the rest of this team. And for me, I think that is very key in them repeating or just being able to pass the torch into the new era with, our guy, the older guys getting up there in age. And yeah, so I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Am I too much talking about it? Because I just think his blocking ability as one of the better shot blocking defensive perimeter defenders in the league is something that's going to be overlooked. And it's something that makes him so great. And it's part of the reason why he was re-signed. And they got him at a bargain, okay? We all know that they got him at a bargain. What they paid him was, nickels on the dollars what he's going to be worth potentially in his next deal. So for me, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Maybe I'm just overexcited and thinking that he's a guy who could really take off and change the way we view this team as a transition-driven team that will beat you with their youth and their athleticism and stuff, especially with him being able to become a trailer or a three-point shooter that can consistently knock down his shot. I think that's something that is also being overlooked and could be one of the best things that Andrew Wiggins could give this team. That is something that, you know, they've been lacking over the start of this year. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts.